So let us continue. I'll give the explanation for first 4 lines, then next 4 lines, and then lastly next 3 lines. Okay. So first, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic wall. Now, first of all, just you keep in mind here Rabindranath Tagore wishes his country to get true freedom. Okay, Rabindranath Tagore wishes his country to get true freedom, and he describes and he is appealing this. He is making this prayer to whom? He is making this prayer to God. So there is a conversation between whom? On behalf of his countryman, Rabindranath Tagore is speaking to God. He is making a conversation with God, and he is telling, and in this poem he describes what this heaven of freedom is. When we will get this freedom will be what? Heaven for us. So where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic wall. Now he begins by saying that the minds of his countrymen should be free from any fears and their head should be held high in dignity. Head is held high means head is held high means head is put high with respect. Okay, their head should be high with respect. So here he says that his countrymen should be free from any fear, okay, and held their heads in dignity or with respect. Where knowledge is free, knowledge should be free. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments. Broken up means small pieces, and fragments means into groups, small groups. See, the meaning of this is already given here. No, it is not given over here. So broken up means small pieces and fragmentation means into small groups. Okay. Now what he is telling, that the knowledge should be free and everyone should be allowed to acquire this knowledge. Everyone, not rich, only rich people should get knowledge, rich people should go to school, poor people should not. Everyone should get the knowledge. People should be united. Now in the 4th line, what he is telling here, he is telling has not been broken up into fragments, where the world has not been broken up. So what he is telling here, he is telling that people should be united and the world should not be broken up into small pieces. There should be no division of people based on religion, caste, creed, color, race or any other such prejudice, not only in our own society but in the country of the world as well. So by narrow domestic walls. So what is the meaning of narrow domestic walls? See, narrow domestic walls means division on the basis of religion, caste, class and color in society and between countries of the world. As we know, today also we have got the freedom, but today also there is what? There is comparison between rich and poor, between caste, between religion, between creed. So what he is telling, Rabindranath Tagore is praying to God that there should be no division of people based on religion, caste, creed, color, race or any such prejudice, not only in our society but in the countries of the world as well. He is not only telling this differences should not be only in India but in the full world. Okay, I feel you have understood this 4 line. So now we will see next, where words come out from the depth of truth. Now what is there in this first line? See, I'll teach you line by line only. It will be more easy for you. So in 5th line, where words comes out from the depth of truth. Now here what the poet wants to tell in this stanza, the poet wants a country where people speak the truth sincerely with the words coming from the depth of their truth means depth from the heart. Everyone should speak truth, and that also from the heart. Where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection. Now, tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. What is the meaning of tireless striving? Tireless striving, continuous efforts and struggle. Okay, continuous efforts and struggle, and stretches its arm, aims at achieving a goal. Okay, so where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. So what he is telling, everyone should work hard to reach their goal, and they should continuously strive towards perfection. What he is telling, my all countrymen, my all people should work hard and reach to their goal, and they should continuously strive towards perfection. Now then what he is telling, let us see. Where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way. Where the clear stream of reason has not lost his way. Now let us see the explanation for the 7th line. That is, he then compares logical thinking or reasons to clear the stream. Okay, he then compares logical thinking or reasons to clear stream. Okay, to clear the stream. Into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. Now, into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. Now, what is dreary desert? Old tradition, rituals and customs that are harmful. Now, what he is telling in the 7th line, he is telling that everyone, he then compares logical thinking or reason to clear stream and old tradition, rituals and customs, what we had seen, that are harmful to the dreary desert sand of dead habit. He says that reasoning ability of people should not lost or overshadowed by superstitious belief and prejudice. Now in these 2 lines, what he is telling that into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, whatever the tradition, rituals which are carried forward by our tradition, it should not harm anybody. So he says that reasoning ability of people should not be lost or overshadowed by superstitious belief. Okay, his countrymen should led by rational thinking and not old beliefs that are harmful. He is telling to the people that you should not think rationally and not by any old beliefs that are harmful. Now let us see the next 3 lines. Where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thoughts and action, into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. Now in line 9th and 10th, what the poet is telling, poet wants the mind of his countrymen to be led forward by the Almighty so that they broaden their outlook. They should broaden their outlook, thoughts and action. He means that we should be generous and in thought and in open mind. And in last line, the poet addresses God as my father and asks him to awaken his country into heaven of freedom, where there is total freedom of good thoughts, good words and good deeds. So I hope students you have understood this poem. Now what you have to do, you have to copy down this poem and the meanings which are there in the textbook in your notebook. What you have to do further, that I will tell you. Thank you. Have a nice day.